Welcome, 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 everyone. I am your host, Cyrene Renee, for another Beyond Beauty talk at Beyond Beauty Worldwide. I am so excited about today. Listen, I'm not going to go through the whole hoopla of what I am. This is the third episode. The third episode. You should be well acquainted with me. Okay, but if you still want to know a little bit more about me, you can go to www.cyrenerenee.com and it has all the bios and all the things and all the books and stuff like that. But today we are here to talk to a very special beauty guest, and I am excited for this conversation. It is an important conversation, it is a much needed conversation, and I am about to bring her on right now so you can meet this beautiful and splendid individual as well.
Miss Crystal, the therapist, on with us today. She is also a wellness advocate, and I am so excited that you have come on this cold Monday evening to be with us.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad to have that. I'm so glad that you have me. I'm just excited. My first live, so I'm a little bit nervous.
No, listen, this is just a conversation and nothing to be nervous about. It's just me and you, and thousands of other people who could be looking on, but it's just me and you. That's it. That's it. The conversation. It's just me and you. What part of the country are you at? I'm just curious.
So I'm currently living in New Jersey.
Oh, look at you. Cold,
Yes,
cold.
colds,
But
and snowing won't stop.
no, I'm Phil. It's Phil.
Phil.
It's Phil. Someone already she told me to leave him alone. I'm not leaving that groundhog alone until spring comes. He's gonna be a problem for me until Easter. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I'm gonna have a problem with Phil until Easter.
Me.
But I know that Texas is getting a ridiculous amount of snow right now, and I feel so bad because they probably were not, you know,
Expected.
prepared for such things. I mean, it happens to us, but it's expected. But well, give them a break, please.
And I
Give
think
them
they
just
reached 3 degrees. We
yeah,
haven't
no,
even experienced
3 degrees,
degrees.
3 degrees. I said, oh, it's 34 here.
We doing better. It's summertime over here.
We
Come
doing
here.
better than y'all. I don't want that. Phil. Again, I take it back. I gotta stop. I'm gonna stop. But it is Phil's fault. Just get one job, Phil.
One job, right?
The groundhog. Anyway, I want to talk to you. I'm gonna leave Phil alone at least for the next 10 minutes till I look out and see more piles of snow all over my screen. So where are you originally from? I know you're in Jersey now. Are you originally from there? Did you migrate there? Did you start in the South? Did you start up further up north? Like where you from?
Um, so I'm of Jamaican descent. So because of that, I've also lived in Jamaica for like the first 7 years of my life. So I like to feel as though I was born in Jamaica, but I really wasn't. Um,
You from there. That's all that matters. If that's where you want to be, that's what you're gonna be.
yeah, Jamaica, Jamaica to my world, right? And
Listen,
then we moved to New York, and I lived there from the ages of like 7 to 14, and then we moved to Orlando, and I lived there up until my mid 20s. But my husband's in the military, so because of that, I've lived also in San Antonio,
yeah, for the military, what branch?
Air Force.
Yes. I'm not gonna ask you any more questions, but I am an Air Force vet and I big them
Oh,
up at all times. So I have these moments of, military girl. Yes, I'm an Air Force vet. So tell him I said thank you for your service and thank you for supporting
will do,
because
will
you
do.
can't do it without the family and the support. Trust me. My mother
Yeah.
would tell you, be the first in line, but like we did something too. So, thank you for
Thank you,
supporting.
thank you.
We have another Air Force vet on live too, just letting you know we in the place. We are
Okay.
here supporting. Yeah, it's a thing. So, okay, so you've traveled all around and you've had these experiences. You're from Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we're claiming today. That's what it is.
Yes,
We're
that's what
not,
it
forget birth certificates. You, you made it to New Jersey and now you're like, I'm going to be a therapist.
is. Mm-hmm.
What brought that on? Like, what?
So I actually ran from therapy for a while.
Hmm.
So I've always wanted to be in the social service industry. Growing up as a kid, I've always like wanted to help others or provide like a lending hand for people who may have came from like similar backgrounds as me, but did not have the full support system as me. So they develop more maladaptive behaviors or more, they didn't have that outlet of how to express those behaviors. So they tend to kind of like, increase trouble in school and of those things. So when I got into the social service agency, I realized there was a lot of therapists who unfortunately did not understand our Black and brown kids because
Hmm.
they didn't have that, not that they didn't have the connection, but it's the lack of insight. So a lot of our kids were misdiagnosed and weren't really receiving the holistic treatment that they needed. And that's why I actually took the initiative, like, Crystal, become a therapist, because our kids need it. Like, they need people to provide therapy that look like them and that have that understanding of them.
And my dad was a therapist
Oh,
forever. Yeah, he was. And for a minute, he thought I was going to go into it, and then I raised my right hand and joined the Air Force. That's a whole different conversation. That's a whole nother life, my life. So I completely understand where you're coming from, and he helped um, drug addiction and all of that. So I would hear stories and see it growing up or whatever, and it was just like always fascinating to me.
mm-hmm.
And I would go to his job and just kind of like look at him interact with different people and different things. They had an in residence um,
Okay.
service, and sometimes you'd get that call in the middle of the night that he would have to go pick somebody up and go to take to the hospital and all that stuff, take him back to the residency. And it was just like I was like, wow, he's really out here changing and forming lives.
Mm-hmm.
And but he worked with adults and things like that. But you said that you were running from it. So what were you trying to run to that wasn't your calling? I'm just being nosy.
So I thought I wanted to be in management, like to become a director over like of a group home or over like a childcare service of something in that avenue. And then when I actually got the role, I hated it.
Oh, isn't that weird?
I
You
hated it.
want it, you want it, you want it, and next thing you know, you're like, this is not where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah,
I've been there too. That's a whole different line. I was just like, wait, this is what I really wanted, but was this something that was for me?
mm-hmm. And it wasn't.
Absolutely not. So,
Far
so
from it.
then you have to, so then you have to migrate into your actual purpose. And it's actually beautiful that you did it because some people still continue to run like something's going to change.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
definitely a firm believer of you cannot do the same thing and expect different results. That's insanity, and
that's insanity. We sit there like this.
mm-mm, I won't do it.
And then wondering why you wake up and you're upset about life every day.
Mm-hmm. I
You're
was
not doing what you're
not.
supposed to be doing.
Yep, I was not happy at all. I was telling my best friend the other day, I was like, I didn't lose weight at that particular job, but since I've left that job, I've gained 10 pounds. And it was
Was
just
that a goal or it just
no,
was just
it
happy
wasn't a
face?
goal, but it was a shocker. Like, wow, being so unhappy in an environment can really affect your body in different ways that you don't
Yes,
even notice.
yes.
Now, the
Your
fact I
health
gained 10
is
pounds, I'm
affected.
like,
Yeah.
I can't. I like the pounds, but I was like, Chris, you can't gain no more. You're gonna be out of control.
Well, I've seen your posts. You have some healthy things going on with your life. You good girl. You're
Listen,
beautiful. Don't worry about it.
I've learned how to hide fat.
So speaking of beauty, who is this is one of those questions I like to ask everybody because I'm just curious, and I've already said my beauty icon. It has not changed and will not change. But who is yours? And she or he don't have to be aesthetically beauty. It could be the person or the function who inspired you into therapy and mental health and social work and things like that. Mine is Dorothy Dandridge. I know y'all know, but I'm not going to stop saying it because she's just that dope. So who Who is yours?
Who inspired me to be a therapist?
Just who's your beauty icon?
My
Period.
beauty icon, I would say, I would say Megan Good.
She's so pretty.
Yeah, she's pretty.
But she has like a really like sweet spirit when you hear her talk and you hear her, and she's still living her life and she's still accepting of who she is and her beauty and her poise. I agree. You have a good one.
And she's extremely humble.
Humble, yeah.
And I mean, granted, I don't know.
Talented.
Yes, and very
Yeah, just talented. Yeah, I think people tried to box her in, and I saw like a behind. I like to watch documentaries. I've said this before, and I do. I will watch documentary before anything else. And I watched one like a behind the scenes on her and how they started to box her in this this thing, and she went out and did like independent films to break that mold and to show, I'm more than what you're trying to make me out to be. Like I'm going to go ahead and go after my own destiny.
Yeah.
Screw you. So I applaud that because I do it all the time.
Yeah. And I think
all the
what
time.
I like about her, what I look for is I haven't seen her in any type of unnecessary or any form of drama that would diminish her character and her integrity.
Yeah.
And I think
I agree.
I like that the most about her. Granted, because I don't know her on a personal level, so I can only go off of what I have seen and
The
how she
media.
carries herself and things of that nature.
Right.
And
when those situations did come up, she handled it
very
properly.
well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's just like, yes, Megan, I agree.
Yep, I do like
I
it.
agree. So, just a caveat: if you weren't a therapist or had nothing to do with social work, what would you be? Like, nothing to do with it.
A talk show host.
But look at you. Why are you not doing
it? So the one of the reasons is I interned for Power 95.3 in Orlando, Florida, the radio station. Because at that point, that's what I thought I wanted to be. I thought I wanted to be a radio host or a TV host.
Right.
So of course, in my mind, that's the first step. So when I got into, it was an internship, and the work that they had us to do, not saying it was like bad work, but it was a lot of promo. And in Florida, you're outside in the hot sun. I was like, this is not for me. This is giving me a headache.
Florida is hot. I will shout out to Florida, but y'all are really warm.
Setting up events in this hot sun, hoping that people will purchase something that we're giving out. I was like, oh no, I'm done. I'm done. I'm changing my profession.
Sometimes it's just, listen, I've been very warm. I've been to Iraq a couple times. I understand. Sometimes it's just not some place I'm trying to go back to in the summer. It's just, or the winter, or the spring, or fall either. Like, I'm just saying. Okay, so this is that part where we go a little bit beyond the beauty, and technically in this conversation with your profession and what you do, we've always stepped a little bit beyond, the aesthetics of beauty. But we're going to dive a little bit into it because it's beyond beauty talk. So we got to go a little bit deeper. So this year has just started, but it's stressful. We've had a lot of things going on this year. Last year, we can't even do a full recap of last year, of everything between pandemic and Black Lives Matter pandemic and and financial issues and relationship issues and everything. Like, have you noticed an increase of people seeking professional help at this time?
Absolutely.
Just with everything. Like, have you seen
absolutely
that uptick? Which is it's sad to hear, but it's good to hear that people are actually going out and seeking professional help.
So, definitely an increase in anxiety and an increase in depression are the two most common things that we have seen a spike in.
I mean, like I said, it's sad that it's happening, but it's going to happen when you look at the environment and how society is. And it's not just the United States. This is a global issue at this point. So, but to hear that people are actually saying, you know what, this is a little bit too much for me. I need to seek help. I need to seek a little bit more than just my best good friend. This is not just me talking to my house plant or a cat. I need to speak to an actual trained professional about where I'm going and how I'm feeling. So on one hand, it's unfortunate, but on the other hand, it's a little comforting going, okay, people are going out of their comfort zone and seeking a little bit more than what their circle is.
And I agree.
'Cause-
I think within the last like 2 to 3 years, granted, unfortunately, with a lot of celebrities promoting mental health, I think that has also played a role because we are now normalizing mental health instead of looking at it as you're seeking a therapist. You're crazy.
Right.
Because that has been the
Yeah.
stigma for a while. Therapy
Right. And
equates
I'm
to
getting on that
crazy.
too, on the stigmas and negatives and all of that stuff. And I'm actually starting to see, like, just being on Instagram, they're like, are you feeling sad today? And it's just like, whoa, a random Instagram ad, and it's just talking about mental health and talking about wellness and talking about that self-care and talking about how you can be whole and feel as normal as you possibly can in abnormal times, because no one has lived through this before with all of these caveats at the same time, with everything that everybody is dealing with. So this is new. Every single day is something new. And then don't throw in politics in it. It's just like that's a whole nother more gas to the fire. So one of your posts I was reading, because I've been reading all of your, and it said, make a list of the things that you love doing, select at least one thing, enter it daily or in your weekly routine. So you advocate often, like often, about, social care, self-care on social media and things like that. Why do you feel self-care is so important to the individual for weekly routines and daily routines and things like that?
Because I think on average we go through so much, right? And as a individual, we wear multiple different hats, whether that's a parent, a wife or husband, whether that's at your job.
I got hats. I got a lot of hats.
A lot of hats, right? A lot of us are trying to open up, maybe your own private business. So that's another hat. Now you're working for an employer, so you have that role, but you're also an entrepreneur, right? So there's stress levels with each and every hat that you wear on some form of level. And if you are always pouring into something, but you're never pouring back into yourself, something is going to take a fall. And typically, because we need our job to pay for our bills, it's going to be you. And
right.
Everything is going to begin to start to diminish, and you're not even going to know why. And it's because that you're overflowing in other people, but you're not flowing in yourself.
Yeah, I was one of those people that would pour a lot into everything and everyone around me. And then at the end of the day, I had nothing left for myself. I had to literally consciously learn the power of the word no.
Yes.
And that was a really hard lesson. And I said, I'm tired because I'm making myself tired. And it's just like self-actualization, where I had to like gut check me. And I do it quite often. Like, okay, see, what are you doing? And what can you change about how you approach things? And what can I do better in this moment to help me in the future? So yeah, I had to learn how to say no because I was tired.
Yeah, and you get, our energy decreases. And
right.
And I think sometimes we look at self-care as something like grand, right? Going on a vacation, yes, that's beautiful. And we all want to do that. But if you're not doing something consistently, daily, and at minimum weekly, then by the time you go on that vacation, you're already burnt out.
You need a vacation for the vacation.
Yes.
Because you're like, well, now I want to go to the beach, and now I want to have to plan this and plan this, and you still are not decompressing the way you should. You're still not taking account of the single breath or the fact that you can still walk with your limbs, or you know, the fact that you're still healthy. So like little moments, just be like, I need a moment. Is it okay that I take this moment? Because I'm going to take it anyway, you know? So
And I
I want to
think that
know,
is the key, because a lot of times we find taking self-care, taking time for us, we're being selfish,
selfish,
and we are neglecting our loved ones.
right?
As a parent of two, I can tell with some people when I say, man, I just need a break. I can't wait for, their grandmother to come and just
What's
watch
the
my
kids
two
do?
children. And I was like, but you're a mother. Like, you shouldn't want a break from your kids.
Right,
Listen, I love my kids and I do anything for my kids, but there's nothing wrong with me wanting to spend time by myself. I'm not neglecting my child because they're going to their grandmother's home for a day. Or
right.
sometimes it will be a weekend if she lives closer. They'll be gone for a whole week if she lives closer, right? And that's not neglecting, because I understand for me to be a parent at my full capacity, I need to fill me up as well.
Yeah, you have to have that balance.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the you and for everyone else.
Exactly.
I always like to say you have to love yourself and love others.
Mm-hmm.
You got to
I
love
love
yourself
that.
and love others,
Yes.
but love you
Yep.
too, and not as an afterthought. So at first I was saying love others and then love me, and I was putting myself as an afterthought. So I flipped it
Mm-hmm.
to as a reminder for me because I needed to. I was burnt out,
Yep.
and it was my fault. It really, really was. And once I did that gut check, it was like, okay, see, what can you do? I can give myself a pedicure once a week, or I can paint my nails once a week, or at
Mm-hmm.
night I like to listen to meditation music before I fall asleep. And the last thing I hear is my own thoughts, being grateful for everything that happened throughout the day.
Oh, that's
And
amazing.
then I start the next morning and I watch puppies and kittens because they're cute before I start looking in the foolishness of my DMs. And it's just like, oh, look at the puppy. Look at
Mm-hmm.
the baby animal. And I start my day like that since the pandemic, and it's just a thing. So I start my day with baby animals, and I end it being grateful for everything that I was able to accomplish throughout the day. And I take account, like, could I have done that better? Did I overreact? Did I not react enough? Little stuff like that. So, like, what does your self care routine look like? What do you do for you daily, weekly, monthly? What does that look like? I want to know.
So daily, I have a whole concert in the bathroom. That's
You better get it.
that's
You better
daily. Now, granted,
you better sing your song.
I cannot sing at all, but I have a whole concert. I am like dancing, and you think I'm joking? I'm going to show you.
Okay, I
I
want to
have
see
a
you.
whole
Oh,
microphone.
you got a mic.
I literally have a
Crystal,
concert.
you have a mic for
I
your
have a mic
concert.
because
I'm here
everyone
for the mic.
knows
I want a mic.
that I love to sing, even though I can't sing, and I have a whole performance all by myself because I love music.
Listen, girl, I need a mic. I want a purple mic or something with glitter. I'm a I'm a bedazzle a mic.
I'm telling you, I do it. I
You
love
gonna
it.
make my friends really hate me because I send them some weird stuff sometimes. Me just being silly,
Hmm.
and now we're gonna add a mic to it.
I add a whole mic out, karaoke by myself. Um,
I'm here for you, Mike. What else you got? Because you got ideas. Where's my pen? I need some notes. Like, she out here living her best life with a mic, and I'm over here just
yep.
watching puppies. I want a mic.
I put on like a whole playlist of songs where it's just random, and I go back like to the '90s because that's my era. I love the '90s.
Yeah. Yeah, me too.
I love DMX, so I'm like, like I just love that. I
You
do.
out there barking?
I'm that barking. I'm telling you because I'm
You know what? Bark, girl.
like,
And be the big dog. Be,
do
be
it.
the big dog. No,
I sure do. On a
I'm here for
bi-weekly
it.
basis, I love to get my nails done.
Okay.
So I do that bi-weekly, and then about every 6 to 7 weeks, I'll get a Brazilian wax. So that's a part of my self-care routine. And then monthly, we try to go on dates, my husband and I as well.
Oh, that's cute. All date night.
Hmm.
Oh.
Try to do that as well. But that's
And we
depending.
just had the Valentine's Day yesterday. All the loves in the world.
Yeah, we didn't have a
So
baby
that's
here, so we just did that all together.
like in-house date nights are cute.
Right?
You get some ice cream. You just put some Netflix or Hulu or there's so many. You got HBO Max. Too many streamers. Find a streaming service.
Hmm. And that's,
Find that. You set up with some ice cream, with an ice cream sundae with chocolate sauce and bananas. Okay, I'm showing my real
yeah,
face now.
see, I
And just
love it.
curl up
And it's just as
and just
amazing,
eat.
right?
Yes, it makes me happy. I had cookies and cream last night, which is why I can
I
just
love cookies
resort
and
back
cream.
to the ice cream because I surely had a bowl of that last night.
I love
Happy,
cookies and cream.
like with a smile. So yeah, I love your self care routines, and I'm
Thank you.
glad that we have them now. It felt like I don't know if this is a new concept, but I'm just hearing more of it in the last couple of years, and I'm just like, is
Mhm.
this new, or did someone just like brand it as what it is, and we never really fully understood what we were doing all this time, and now we have a full-on name for it. But I feel like I see it more, see it on social media more, and ads, television, and things like that. And I'm glad that especially in these crazy, ridiculous times,
Yes. And I will
that it's
also,
being so promoted.
yes. And I will also say, like what I just mentioned was definitely like, I call that outer self-care, right?
Right,
Things I
because
do.
you have your inner.
Yeah, things I do on the outside. Inner self-care is a lot of journaling for me, like self-reflection. For some
Mm-hmm.
people, they may look like therapy or like mental health counseling, meditation, like yoga. Those are inner inner self-care. It has their all. I feel like it's interconnected. Like if you really can't do outer self-care without working
So
on the
you
inner piece as well.
inside first.
Yeah. So I
And it's a constant thing. It's not something that you just do and you're like, okay, I'm never gonna pick that up again. If you have to create healthy habits for yourself.
exactly.
And
Hmm.
then once you start creating those healthy habits, if you have little ones at home, they start to see that mommy's taking care of herself. And then they look, oh, wait, no, mommy's taking care of herself.
Hmm.
Period. I need to do that too.
Yep.
Because they will mimic our own actions and stuff.
Funny story. So I didn't get my nails done for a week because I was just taking a break because I do like to let
Right.
my nails heal. And my eldest daughter, she was like, "Mommy, you need to get your nails done," and she's 3.
Because she's like, listen, you're on a routine and I haven't seen you do this. Let me remind
Mind
this
you,
woman.
your
Maybe
nails are
she
looking
forgot,
rough.
but this is something that you need to be doing. Remember, you get your nails done, mommy. I love that the kids are so accountable for our actions.
Yes.
It's my daughter corrects me more than I'd like to admit. She's like,
Hmm.
mommy, did you? Especially if I'm writing a book or something, because I'll get lost in a time. And she's an artist. She'll get lost in a time, and I'm like, Alyssa, did you eat today? Did you have your lunch? She goes, I've been painting. Go eat. But then she'll check on me. Did you just let your computer charge, mommy, and walk away from it? I'm like, you know what? You're right. I'm gonna take a nice hot bath and sit down with some bubbles. She's like,
Oh,
yeah,
that's
and we
amazing.
will. I love bath. Bath time is great, and like we will check each other. So I love that your daughter at 3 years old is
Hmm.
doing it for you already.
It's
Mine is 16. It's a little more, a little bit more dialogue, but same concept. Mommy, make sure you take care of yourself. You're not doing what you normally do. So, in some cultures, seeking professional therapy or counseling carries a negative stigma.
yes.
In what ways do you see the mental health community combating this? Like, to rid that stigma, especially now, you already stated that it's happening more. More people are seeking out, professional help. Do you think that there is maybe a guilt with it because of the culture or because of how society views um, social work and things like that? Oh, you going to see a therapist? You crazy?
Hmm.
Well, no, you just need somebody to talk to.
Right.
That's a little bit that may not know you and
Hmm.
have a little bit more of different perspective than what your inside circle may see.
Hmm.
So how do you find that combating that stigma?
To be honest, it's all about education. right? I know, especially within our culture, it's very deemed as, you know, all you need is Jesus and Christianity, which I'm not. Listen, I'm a Christian as well, so I'm not negating that. But with that example, I go into the terms of, if you have a flat tire, right, on the middle of the road, do you just stand there and wait for Jesus to come and put air or give you a new wheel? No, you don't. You call somebody, you have AAA, or you do it yourself, right? So a therapist or mental health is just that moving piece. You're not
Right.
you're not believing less because you're in therapy. You're not diminishing your Christianity, but God has placed us here to assist in many different ways and avenues. And typically when I break it down in that aspect, is like, oh, okay, that kind of
Huh.
makes sense.
It's different. Okay.
Oh, okay, I
Because
didn't
like
think
I
about
said,
it like that.
sometimes you need that other perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe the people in your household, the people that you grew up with, friends or whatever, probably have very similar mentality as you,
Mm-hmm.
which is why you connect in such a strong way and you can go outside of that realm and get a whole different thought. You're like, never thought about that in that way before. I'm not crazy. I just needed to talk, and I needed to talk to someone who knew how to talk to me and who
Exactly.
knew how to listen. Because some people can listen. Some people just don't listen. Some people actually are not even listening to you. They're just waiting for you to stop speaking so they can pick up on the conversation that they really want to talk about.
Exactly.
Those conversations are so exhausting. I just let people talk about themselves for a lot of times. I'm like, I once told one of my friends, they said, how do you know, do X, Y, and Z? And I said, well, a lot of times people's favorite conversation is to talk about themselves. So I let them.
Mm-hmm. Some people just want to vent, and that's okay.
Yeah. And I'm just like, and then when I can't do it anymore, I don't do it. Like it's the end of the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like, yeah, it's one thing to say, oh, I can't see therapy because I grew up and I was raised that it would make me weak, or I wouldn't be this, that, and the other. Like, no, no, baby girl, that's not it at all.
Nope. And I think if we wanted to be completely transparent, everyone here on earth have experienced at least one form of trauma.
Yep.
It may not be the same, but we experience at least, and that's at minimum. Most of us experience between 5 to 7 by the time we turn like 25 and 30. So all of us have experienced some form of trauma. So our trauma may be different, and the level and the intensity may be different, but we all need someone to talk to, and that's
We
okay.
do.
This We all have gone through something. So you seeking therapy does not make you less than or makes you crazy than someone else, because we've all gone through some things. And sometimes because of our culture and because the way that we are raised, we harbor those feelings inside, and we don't even understand or know that it's affecting us, and we haven't even realized how it's affecting us,
Yeah.
because we've been harboring it in for so long that we get irritated off of looking at a color, or we get irritated off of a smell, or if someone has a particular tone, or if someone looks a certain way, if someone said something to you, we get extremely triggered, and we don't even know why.
And they don't even know you. They're not even thinking about you. It's
Mm-hmm.
not even a thing.
It's not even
But
their
you mad.
actions, but you're mad over something that probably took place 10, 15 years ago that you haven't dealt
Bringing
with.
it up because you've never dealt with.
Yep.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, you can't get over something you never gave yourself time to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
ignoring
love
it
that.
is not getting over it.
Oh,
Ignoring it is just
makes it worse.
setting it to the side, and it's just going to continue to regurgitate itself every time it shows its face. And you're sitting there mad, and you don't know why,
Mm-hmm.
because you think you got over it just because the day is gone, but you never allowed yourself to go through it. And sometimes going through it is hard. It's hurt. It's pain. It's reliving those instances. But when you go through it, and someone brings it up, and you realize, wow, that doesn't even affect me the way it used to.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, whoa. I finished that. Like it's over. And then you could
Yep.
take that experience and pour it into someone else. And we're like, no, this is how it helped me. Maybe it can help you.
Yep. Absolutely.
No. So I deal with that all the time. People are like, I got over that. No, you got past the day.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You never went through anything,
Mm-hmm.
which is why it's still a problem.
Yep.
That's why you're still mad 30 years later.
Exactly.
Nobody did a thing to you, just waking up angry.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. It's a beautiful day.
And that's the
Mine is
key point of
still.
like, maybe I need to, maybe I just need to process that. And there's nothing
Right.
wrong with that. Because it's
So
taking
we're
more
in
control over you than you realize.
it. Yeah, people don't even understand that their own habits. Like I notice people in their little nuances, and I pride myself on the people that that are close to me or whatever. I just notice little things about them, and they be like, "Hi, how you doing? Like, you having an okay day? You good?" Because it didn't seem right, and they're like, "How did you know?" I'm like, "Because I know you."
Right.
But there's some people that don't even allow anyone to get that close to them,
Mm-hmm.
so that they can continue to hide around this false space. Everybody is physically running around with these masks, but there's a lot of people running around with these masks for years and years and years that has nothing to do with COVID.
Yep. And I think the mask that we wear sometimes can be so detrimental to our overall emotional healing and health. And I think that's an important topic to bring up. We
It
wear,
stifles it.
yeah, so many different masks. And by wearing that mask, we're just hiding who we truly are as an individual. And it's almost as if we're a caterpillar, but we can't blossom. Like, we can't become a
Hmm.
butterfly because we're so.
You never fully evolve into what you're really supposed to be because you're so busy trying to cover up
Mm-hmm.
what you don't think anyone else will accept because you haven't fully accepted it.
Yep.
Ooh, that was deep. So I'm
But
gonna
that's
switch
why these
gears a little bit.
conversations are good.
I am gonna switch gears a little bit though, just a smidge, because we're in quarantine-ish land, right? And you like your self-care.
Mm-hmm.
I love that you love your self-care. I love your routine, and I need a mic. I'm gonna keep saying it too. I'm gonna keep bringing up Phil, and I'm gonna bring up that mic. So just get used to it and rest of this conversation. So I keep seeing this on social media, and honestly, I think I changed the house like 3 times. So don't even go on me. I'm being finicky. But if you could choose your quarantine house, so it's a place where you just have to be for the next day. Heaven forbid, we have another lockdown or something, and we have to go in another quarantine house for I don't know a month or two. These are your options.
Okay.
You listen. House one, you got your Netflix and your snacks. That's in your house one. That never ending Netflix. You're not even paying for the Netflix account. Let's just throw that in there. It's a free Netflix account.
Okay.
All the snacks that you ever. House two is a nice porch swing and a fish pond with a fire pit. Like, that nice little, not to throw my name out there, but serene thing.
Mm-hmm.
House three, a beachfront, a home gym, and tacos. That's house three.
Okay, so it definitely wouldn't be house one because I don't even watch TV that often, to be honest.
We
Um,
still got some things, so we can eliminate as we go.
right, so it won't be
But
house
your
one.
but your eyes lit up a little bit when I mentioned tacos. I just want to
Yeah, because I do like some tacos. But if that's all I
say.
could have,
Somebody said house three already. I can't. Okay. House four, a library, a home theater, and a hot tub.
oh, we have more. I
Girl.
thought we were done with 3. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, no, no. I got six. I got six houses.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's what I said. We can just eliminate one. A mountain view, a garden, and hiking. You just out literally in the woods by yourself. You
Nah,
can't be with them.
definitely not me.
That's just not me. I'm allergic to everything everywhere. And I'm not trying to be about that life. House six is a swimming pool, a rooftop deck, and an outdoor fireplace.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said, I switched. I go back and forth between two different houses, but I'm gonna let you go ahead. You got your swimming pool, your mountain view, your library, your beachfront, your porch swing. You already threw out the free Netflix and the snack.
I would
So we
probably
down.
go with. I'd probably go with 6. Yeah,
with the
6.
swimming pool and rooftop.
Yeah, I'll go with 6 because then if I'm on the rooftop, I can really have my mic and I can really have a whole
The neighbors was about to get this concert. They're about to get this work.
we're gonna
I
have a
love
whole
that you
party.
chose the roof because you have a mic.
Yep. Yeah, see right here,
Wait,
guys. I have a whole mic.
I need a moment for that. I need a moment for the mic. She said, listen, oh, that had a roof. I got an audience now. Y'all gonna get this.
Karaoke
You gonna
all
get this
day.
this DMX, you gonna get this.
Karaoke
I've
all
I've
day.
actually flip flopped between a library, home theater, and a hot tub.
That was a good one too, though.
Because I write books. I love books. Um, I love movies. The home theater and the hot tub, I can nice and soak. I can do all of that in one room. That would be like, no.
Yeah, that is
But I
nice.
do love the idea of that rooftop deck and stuff. That's cute. So I do. I flip flop between house 4 and house 6 just because I wanted to be indecisive. But they were good houses.
Yeah, those are really good houses. I would probably flip flop between house 4 too.
See, I'm not the only one, y'all.
No, you
I'm not
know.
the only one. So now we're at that part where we do the beauty spotlight of the day. And normally the guest has, a product that they want to promote and everything. But Crystal doesn't have a product as per se. But I do. Okay, so recently I did a very soft launch with my subscribers only. It came out last week, and I have a new product that I am selling in addition to the books and the apparel and all that good stuff. I and it really does go with this topic.
Ooh, ooh, I
I'm
can't
just
wait.
saying, it does. So I'll start with this one, with these two. I do candles now.
Oh,
As
those
you
are
can see,
so
this is a
cute.
Call Me Queen, and this is Kingdom Legacy. Call Me Queen. This is the 14 ounce Call Me Queen and Kingdom Legacy. It's adorned with dried flowers,
Ooh, I
and this
love
is
that.
adorned with dried sage. They smell really good apart and together because sometimes you get candles and then you burn them or they're in the vicinity. It's good. When I was
Right.
making them, I am so glad that these scents make sense. So this is the 14 ounce because they actually smell good together, and I was really excited about that. 14 ounces, they normally burn between 90 hours, so that's the biggest candle so far. It's a collection of two, Call Me Queen and Kingdom Legacy. Yeah, I have my whole Call Me Queen brand, so I'm keeping up with that. They also come in a 8 ounce tin,
Mm-hmm.
sold separately. So this is the Call Me Queen. Let me see, the little tin. I like tin candles. They make me
And
happy,
so,
so I sell them. So, and candles itself make me happy. I am allergic to a lot of things, like I mentioned. That's why I would never be hiking in nobody's woods. And I noticed that certain candles did not trigger my allergies. So I said, what if I came out with a candle line that didn't try to kill me? And it's very sensitive for people who have sensitive scents and sensitive smells, like I do. My mother used to threaten to put me in trouble when I was growing up because I could not be around anything. I can't even be around Christmas trees.
oh wow.
Like I'm allergic to Christmas trees, like fake all day. I can't. I physically like my throat will close up, my eyes. It's not cute. So I found these two scents and I mixed them together and did all the good stuff and came up with this. Now these two I sell together as a set. They're a 3 ounce candle tin set,
Mm-hmm.
crown, and these are actually sold together as masculine and feminine
Oh,
oil
that's
energies
cute.
together. And so there's the 8 ounce, there's the 3 ounce. The 8 ounce burns for about 40 hours of candle time. The 3 ounces, you get about 15 to 20 hours per candle.
Oh,
So you get to do both scents at the same time. So for a limited time, my subscribers already know this because they know everything first. All the events, all the products, they get free, they get the inside scoop. If you want to get the inside scoop, go on CyreneRenee.com, www.CyreneRenee.com, click the subscription, and you'll know about these things too. I am giving away some free goodies while supplies last. So you get, so say you order the 14 ounce of Call Me Queen, but you kind of want to smell Kingdom Legacy too. So you actually get some little samples of the candle. So each one comes with a sample. I also, because these are just adorable, they come with little matches that I made. This one is Strike a Match, and this one says Spark a Flame. On this, in the inside, you see my logo and my website, and they have little gray things because I like gray. I'm not big on color.
Oh, that's so cute.
And you also get a candle snuffer. So candle snuffer is a cute little tool that you. I used this for the first time, and I said I have been doing my life wrong with candles for so many years. Like I was like, why did I take this before? So everyone gets one of these while supplies last. So it gets a nice little gift in your box. Also, I like paper. So I get a thank you note. This would be handwritten all on the back, and it's written by me, literally. It's packed by me. You get your candle with care, so it has like all little safety tips and such that you can follow. You also get the Call Me Queen flyer, and it has everything else that I have: the T-shirts, the books, the totes, and all that good stuff there. And if you go to the back, you got a little QR code, and you just snatch that, and it takes you right to the website, CyreneRenee.com, and then a business card. Why not? With my little logo, and it's black.
I love your logo, by the way. I think it's so cute.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, yeah, I made up all the labels are created by me. The scents are created by me. Everything's created by me. So I am really excited about this new venture. Like I said, I have such a sensitive nose thing, like everything. It could be food, and it's the aroma is so powerful. My nose would start to run, my eyes would start to water. I would have to leave the room and get some air. Like it, I just have a very sensitive thing. So I said I need to create a scent that's not going to kill me,
Mm-hmm.
and I figured it out. So that's one of the things I've been doing during quarantine. I went through a whole rebranding of sorts, and then I came out with the candle line. So if you are interested, you can go to www.cyrenerenee.com. You can click on the shop. They are right there. It's also on Instagram at Call Me Queen Boutique.
Okay.
There's a shop right there. You can just click shop, and they all pop up. I have the Call Me Queen and the Kingdom Legacy 14 ounce, 8 ounce, and 3-ounce tin sets, which I happen to love because you get both of them, and I'm a fan of both. So, but yeah, I'm really excited. I'm very proud of them. I had some orders go out last week, and he said they received them so quickly. I said, yeah, I do it priority, So all the candles go out priority mail, and yeah, I'm very excited. I'm proud of them. They're very pretty.
They are
When I
very
do them, I'm
pretty.
like, wait, they're really pretty. Like I had it in my head, but then sometimes they don't fully make sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put the label on, and I said, these really do make sense. So thank you for saying that they're pretty because I worked really hard on them.
No, they are.
My tribe, my core tribe people, well, they got to be tired of hearing about wicks, candles, what kind of soy. And yes, they are all soy-based candles because anything else would trigger my allergies. So it's just not a good look for me. So everything is soy wax, and all that good stuff. So take a look, and yeah, I hope you enjoy that. That's I'm the beauty spot project for today. So back to you, Crystal. Enough about me. What's next for you? What's next? I want to know.
So
I want to know.
on March 27th, I am doing a Know Your Worth workshop with myself and my partner, Malika Morrison. So we have that coming up. I am also doing a self-care workshop with a company. So I'm hoping to record it. So I record myself so I can like post it on Instagram so people could kind of see the snippets of what I'm doing. And then I'm going to come out with a journal line.
Yes, journal.
Yes.
I have a like a downloadable journal. It's like an e-journal on this whole thing that I have on my site called Bloom. Because people ask me all the time, like, how do I do everything that I do? And I go, I take serene time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's learning how to do it. So I named it Bloom, and it has meditation music for free download. And it has free affirmations, like
Oh,
daily
awesome.
affirmations for download. And then it has the journal. It's like a guided gratitude journal there too. And I was like, yeah, just go to Bloom, and you're having that day. Go ahead and take a moment and breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Just take a moment and download the music and take it with you while you're going about your day. So you mentioned you had something coming up on the 27th. Is there tickets for that? Like,
Yes,
is
the
it an
link is
Eventbrite or something?
in my bio. The link is in my bio. You can purchase it through Eventbrite. And
Awesome.
so currently right now, tickets are $10. You're on sale for $10 using code Priceless. And then after March 1st, the tickets are 15.
Okay. All right. I am going to get my ticket soon as I get off this live. I'm just saying, y'all need to get your tickets quick playing because she knows some stuff. She has some
Thank
stuff,
you.
and
Thank
she is
you.
here to assist you in your life. Period.
Thank
Like
you.
for real, for real. So, what is your social media? How can we reach you? How can we support you? How can we do all of those things?
Real simple. Follow Crystal the Therapist. That is my IG. I'm also on Facebook as well as Therapy with Crystal because they didn't have Crystal the Therapist available. So I had to do Therapy with Crystal. So yes, just follow me if you can. Absolutely.
Oh, they can. They can. Well, I am excited because this is our third episode, and I think it went so very well. Thank you so much, Crystal, for being a part of Beyond Beauty Talk. This was such a much needed conversation.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just something that we overlook. We don't even address it. It's kind of like in the back of our mind somewhere. And when people look at this and they tune in, and even when they see it on YouTube, or that out on YouTube, it's just I hope that they are like reevaluating what they do for themselves and realize that they matter. Like
Mm-hmm.
it comes down to it, you matter.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Period. So
Period.
like I said, if you want to know more about me, you can visit me at www.cyrenerenee.com. If you want to know more about the candles, they are there too. They are also on Instagram at Call Me Queen Boutique. You can just click the shop. I try to make everything as simple as possible. If you would like to be a guest on Beyond Beauty Talk, you can DM me at Cyrene Renee, or or you can send me an email at crbeyondbeautyww@gmail.com. I would love to hear from you. If you have a product that you would like to be showcased on the show, your small business, please, your vet, your woman-owned business, your black-owned business, your minority business, your small business, I am here to support all the small businesses that I could possibly can because I own one myself and I know the hustle, I know the drive, I know what it takes to keep it going. So if I can help you, I will. So please, 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 please reach me. And that's it for our episode 3. Thank you, Crystal.
Thank you for having me. It was great. It's
Of
my first
course,
live and I loved it.
this is your first
This
live.
is my first live.
I'm so I'm your first live.
My
And
first.
you have so many more lives to go. It's not even funny. Like you're gonna be doing this all the time. I'm gonna be looking at your live going, "Ooh, what she's doing today." I
I
can't
hope so.
wait for it. No, 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 ain't no hope. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
Period.
get into existence, right? Period.
Yep, that's it. We're gonna manifest that. It's done.
Well,
Done.
thank you for having me. I definitely loved it. It was such a
Awesome.
talk.
Of course. And we're gonna keep in touch and all that
Of
good stuff.
course,
And
of
I'm gonna
course.
see you again in March 27th for your event
Yes, and I need to get
as I
those
go run and go
candles.
get my ticket. If, you need it.
That's the one I want.
They are just really. I look at them all the time. I'm like, oh, it's pretty.
It is
But
so pretty.
anyway, Well, that's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like I said, I'm your host, Cyrene Renee. If you would like to email me or anything like that, that is completely fine. I would love to get your feedback and hear a little bit from you, especially with our third episode. If you'd like me to add something, take something away, let me know. I'm open. I love feedback. Feedback helps us grow. Constructive
Absolutely.
criticism helps us grow. So thank you so much and have a good and safe evening. Be well.
Bye, guys.
Bye.